Hey, this is Mike with DRUMline. I'm with one of my favorite people because I met years ago, Alison Metalbabe Cohen at the NAMM show.
Hi, Mike. Good seeing you again.
And you know what? The only time we see each other is at the NAMM show, even though you come to St. Louis and I go to Kansas City and then you go to Kansas City and then I go to St. Louis and we wave each other on I-70.
We wave as we're driving past each other.
So what is your Midwest connection? Were you from there? Or?
I'm from there, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was born in St. Louis,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And my husband's from Kansas, so we always do both, you know, when we go
Born
back.
in St. Louis makes you cooler than you were a minute ago.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you sponsor the next 3 nights of BASHFEST.
Yeah, I did. Right here in the middle of where Mike and I are standing, you can see. And my company is Metalbabe Mayhem, but to make it really easy, and I think it's cool because I just found out about it, I have metalbabe.rocks. So it's like a brand new thing. Instead of .com, it's actually .rocks.
That's actually better.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it works. Just type in metalbabe.rocks, and it's easy to remember, and it makes sense because that's what I want to do is rock.
You are the rockin'est girl. You're out at every show promoting your clothing and the bands and stuff. And don't you have you do interviews and stuff too?
I do. You know, it's funny. I do like to give interviews as well. Like, I do most of my stuff for metalbabe.mayhem.com, metalbabe.rocks. I've interviewed like some of my most favorite singers in the entire world. Like, I'm so honored.
What about me? Would you interview me? Ask me a question.
You know, that would be kind of fun.
Don't ever interview me.
You want to trade places right now?
Yeah, trade places.
Okay. Oh,
Or no,
literally
no.
or figuratively.
Okay.
Okay, so Mike, how did you start Drumline? There's your question.
Well, how did I start DRUMline? I actually tried to. I wrote a story about Kenny Aronoff and his students, and I tried to get it published, and nobody would publish it. So I said, well, actually, a friend of mine said, do it yourself on the internet. And I put up a story and did a couple others. Actually, the first story that came out with it was the Bonzo Bash.
Oh, wow.
So 4 years ago we launched, and this is our 5th year. So I guess just I wanted to get my story out, the story that I was writing. If it would have been published, and I probably would have never done anything else in drumming as far as any other stories, you know. So I'm so glad it kind of got. Sometimes no is yes.
Yeah, well, you know, that's actually like kind of how I started. A lot of people don't know this, but I am having my 10-year anniversary this year.
Wow.
So I started this in approximately, 2005, 2006 as a rock and roll game show. And that was how I started. So Steve Stevens I've interviewed, back to who I've interviewed.
Okay.
That was great. Ville from him, the singer of Lordy, Mr. Lordy. So I've done a lot of great interviews. I do like doing interviews, but I focus mainly on rock and roll clothing, jewelry, and accessories. And I'd like to tell you about some of my new stuff.
Okay, well then I better take the mic back. Okay,
Okay.
tell me about. Hey, Allison, tell me about some of your new stuff.
That would be great. Thank you, Mike. So everybody watching, I have a lot of new products that came out this year. I put out some new hoodies. I have a red hoodie and a pink hoodie that are super cute for the girls. And I have knit caps, kind of going with the slogan, keep warm this winter with Metalbabe Mayhem. And that's been doing great. And I came up with a pinup girl idea. I don't know anybody who's done this, but the whole concept is I'm going to come up with a new pinup girl for every month this year. My first one is called Horns Up Henrietta. Super hot rocker ship, both horns up. And I have that available now on metalbabe.rocks as a sticker. And it's going to come out on a button-down shirt. I'm going to do a guy's shirt that I have never had before, but I'm going to start doing some button-up guys shirts.
I like the button. I like that shirt idea because I am the button-down shirt guy.
You would look great in that. So I have that in the works, and everything's going great.
Well, you've got to stay creative in what you do, and you're constantly changing it up, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I pay attention to what people like, what people tell me. You know, I'm approachable. I'm a human being who's here, just a click away, basically. And I, appreciate what people, ask me for, and I try. But yeah, basically I do what I like. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, I love red and black. You can see most of my clothes are red and black that I sell. So I do what I like. And it's great that other people like it. So that's definitely awesome.
Well, one of my friends in St. Louis, which you're from St. Louis originally, he goes, yeah, I know this girl, Metalbabe Mayhem, is your friend, and he bought a shirt and stuff from you, like in my own neighborhood, but you ship all over the world, huh?
Yeah, definitely. If you go to the website, anywhere in the world, no problem at all. And I'm always here to support bands. That's like a big part of what I do. I'm a rock and roll journalist. I support independent bands and national bands. I do interviews. I do a monthly playlist. If you go to my website, you can send me a song and a photo, and I put up 15 unsigned artists every month. I do a feature of the month of a different artist. So I'm here, just to help spread the word about music and my love for music with everybody, with my clothing, and any way I can.
Well, you got to be driven by love because you're doing it 24/7.
I am definitely. That's true.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
All right, and thank you guys, and check out metalbabe.rocks.
Okay, I'll do that. All right, good night.
Thank you.